Brothers and sisters, today is the 20th of January 2018. So, on the 15th of December, that's last month, 15th of last month, the Lord began to bring me in and out of this new earth. You see, because I have a portal. I have a portal since the year 2009. So I can go to a place just like for a few times in the year 2009. There was one time the Lord took me through the portal to my husband who was working outstation at Patang Ai at that time. And I traveled there, and actually it was an experience actually. And he himself also, he thought that he was in a dream, or not really a dream. He also encountered a lady, and he said that her hand really felt like my hand. Actually, it was me. It was me. When he came home, he looked really a bit disturbed. And then I asked him what's wrong, and then he told me that he saw a lady and felt a lady whose hand was like me. And then I told him that I was really there. So that was the first time. And then I don't know, I think maybe a month later or a few weeks later, I was taken to Sicilia, and the Lord took me there to see the beautiful scenery. And I've never been to Sicilia in Italy. So, and then I asked my girl to Google search about Sicilia, and then saw that the rock there were pink, is pinky color, is like what I saw. So it is with a portal. If the Lord wants to take you somewhere, He can do so. Okay. So I was taken in and out of New Earth, began on the 15th of December. So the previous part I mentioned about certain, that I was taken there and then came back and saw vision as well. So now I want to record on the 16th of December. So when I woke up, I saw a plate of chicken. A plate of chicken, a chicken dish. Looked so delicious, it was chopped up already, cut into pieces already, and there was a kind of sauce on it. Really looked very, very delicious. And then all this trip, every now and then the Lord will show me food, because my family comes from a Chinese family, and my relative and friends back in Malaysia or in China, and all these, Chinese love food. So the Lord always show me food. And the next vision, I was taken to the New Earth to see this Victorian style mansion. Very big, beautiful mansion. A lot of mansions were made of this classic red brick. And but my parents' house I saw was like made of cedar wood like this. But let's come back to this one. So on that day, I think at about 6 o'clock in the morning, if I'm not wrong, and I was sitting in my son's, maybe standing, I think I was standing in my son's living room, and in front of the television that side. I can't remember what I was doing. I think I was drinking a cup of water or something like that. And as I closed my eyes, I saw the living room of my son's house on the New Earth. And it was so beautiful. I saw a creamy white shelf, creamy color shelf. And with the decoration there, it is really, I can say classic, but it's really elegant. And it's really, really beautiful. And as I move my body to the side, and I saw other view as well. So I closed my eyes. I was on the New Earth. When I opened my eyes, I was in my son's living room on this earth. And as I turned around, I could see the other side. Four sides of the living room. So praise the Lord. And then next one is I was in and out of the when I go in, I have to go through a corridor. A corridor, we can call it a tunnel. Is with two walls, one ceiling, and one floor. And then the Lord will bring me. I can see the Holy Spirit, the Lord in front of me, in the form of white cloud, moving in front of me. I just follow Him, and going through the tunnel or the corridor, a beautiful tunnel. Actually, beautiful. It's not dark. It's bright and beautiful. Very happy and very peaceful kind of a tunnel, or we can call it corridor. And go to the other side. I will see this tree. See a very big, strong trees first. Okay, and then go to see all the scenery that the Lord showed me. And just a minute, First of all, I came to see a beautiful, beautiful mansion. It's made of classic red bricks mansion. And actually, in the past several months, I was taken to the New Earth, but that time, my eyesight, seeing the scenery was not that clear. And I had this bird's eye view, seeing from the top going down, and going very close, and then come back again. So, and then let's see, the first one I saw several months ago. I saw a mansion, and then behind the mansion were many high rise, and then the Lord said to me, He said, "That is your house." And I say, "Lord, who is going to live with me? Such a big house." And then He told me, my servants, and I couldn't understand. And as I been to this New Earth in the middle of last month, I came to know those high rise, they were for my assistant, for my helper. So, and then the second time I was taken to see the mansion, that is several months ago, and I saw from top very high up, and then the Lord flashed the light to let me know that one mansion on the right was the mansion that He provided to me. And then I could see the high rise as well, and could see our neighbors as well, our neighbors' mansion as well, and together with some high rise. And in the high rise, very close to me, I could see the beautiful glass windows and so on. So anyway, my grandson been to the New Earth many times. One day he came back and tell us about his poodle dog, and he called the dog poodle dog. I think it's called poodle. And he was playing with the dog. I don't know for how long. He took the dog for a bath to the washroom, and he really enjoyed and had a happy time. And when he woke up, he told us about that. And then he also saw the skyscraper. In the skyscraper, he saw elevator. He called elevator, and we can call it lifts. And he also saw the swimming pool, and saw the kitchen with beautiful big fridge and so on. And he been there many times. He even in the night that he saw his poodle dog, he told us that he saw several dog caretaker, and then he could name them. I think it was 6 of them. He could name them one by one. Just within, in seconds, he could name all of them. It was amazing. And the names is not familiar to us. We don't know. I don't know whether a Mexican name or South American names, or it's not English name. It's really amazing. So, and my grandson is very blessed that one day he was taken to the New Earth, and he saw 8 mountains. He said 8 mountains, and in the mountains he could see some strawberry, I don't know why it's in the cave, strawberry bushes and strawberry plants. And he also saw some coconut trees on the mountain, and that one I don't understand because I was not taken to see those things. But he could tell us, and he was only 4 years old at that time. 4 years, a little bit more than 4 years old. And now he is coming to 4.5 years old. Not yet, only 4 years, 5 months old. So, a lot of things he saw, praise the Lord. And 8 stands for new beginning. So he saw 8 mountains, so 8 is for new beginning. And when in and out of the new earth, I have vision. I have vision of this end time. A lot of military drill, and even at the borders, like for example North Korea and South Korea, there are a lot of military drill, and as if they want to go to war or something like that. But we know that South Korea and North Korea, they want to have peace as well, but somehow I don't understand why US keep on provoking war with North Korea. They say because of the nuclear missiles that they have got and so on, but somehow this I don't want to go into politics. And I also came to see some Asian countries. It could be Korea or somewhere like this, and people have this sightseeing and so on, and could see some plantation and so on. Certainly the volcano just erupted, and eruption happened unexpectedly. So a lot of things will be happening in this end time. Actually has already happened. But one thing, very terrifying things I saw was, I was lying in bed actually because I was so sick during those several days. For the first 3 days, 13, 14, and 15, I was really, really sick. And on the 17th, I was still sick, but I have a good rest, on and off, on and off. The Lord took me on and off. But as I was still in bed, I just saw creatures. Okay, before I saw creatures, I saw something moving in the underground, and came out. It is like a tunnel, came to the tunnel, the opening of the tunnel, entrance of the tunnel, and I saw a Western military. Could be NATO, it could be American, could be British, or I just know that it was a Western or American NATO military man coming out, and beside him was someone also a military, could be Navy, wearing a navy blue uniform. Okay, so actually in the tiny section I put down light blue. Actually it's not light blue, it's a navy blue. I make a little bit of mistakes, but I couldn't be bothered to go back again. And navy blue, so they really look like Caucasian. So what happened there is when they came out, behind them was a big gigantic creatures like bugs or something like this, with 2 big eyes and green body and very huge, and it was biting the whatever things it bites will collapse, and it lives in the ground, in the mud, and the body covered by mud, so it's muddy color, but its original color is green color with 2 big eyes. And I saw it. Actually, the Lord gave me the vision as I look from the head going down to the body and going down to the tail, and it has many legs, and from the head to the tail, it took quite some time. I think maybe 1 or 2 minutes, or even 3 minutes, from the head to the tail. Gigantic creatures, creatures, and I came to know that it is a mutated. They are mutated creatures that being created by the underground project. And what happened then? These creatures doing all the activity underground. Okay, it lives in the ground. And then as I gradually moved to the tail, I could see at the somewhere at the tail there, and some liquid coming out from the body, and this liquid coming out, and then gradually become little creatures coming out, and after sometimes later, these creatures become little insects, little bugs inside, and then as it grows certain size, they all go into underground, go into the soil. They all move or dig into the ground. And when they dig into the ground, and this can cause, in the vision, I saw this vegetable plantation that just moved by itself, and I can understand that. I come to understand that these creatures, have these little ones, and all these go into the soil, and when they grow up, they become gigantic creatures, and they can move mountains. And buildings will collapse, and in the end, I saw these people, Asian. I saw Asian. It's the Asian people. They have this vegetable plantation, and they have this how to say, farming and so on, suddenly all these mountains going to move and so on. They have to rush. They have to be like exodus, rush out of the mountain, out of the hill, out of the land, out of the plantation. It's really horrible. Now I don't know how, when I describe this, I cannot describe in the way that if you go to the Chinese, if you can understand Chinese, go to the Chinese. How to say, I think I told my family members through WhatsApp a lot of things. I saw it on the spot. I recorded down on the spot, and about the insects, I just saw it sometime before, so you can hear my my expression. It was really how to say, frightening. It's really frightening. And then these insects in front of me, gigantic, I want it to go away, but it couldn't go away. It was just in front of me. Just in front of me. It was so horrible. So everybody, we are in the end of the end time. If you are left behind, hold on to the Lord. Even the mountains has to be moved. Just like the Bible say, I think even in Revelation say the mountains will be moved. Mountains will be moved. When during the end time mountain be moved is a lot of things because of the underground project moving, how to say, destroy one nation after another. Okay, so everybody have to pray hard for your nation. Have to pray hard for your family. Okay, even if you are left behind, hold on to the Lord. Amen.